स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः. Namaskar to all of you. Welcome to the study of Devi Mahatmyam or Durga Saptashati, or it is also called as Chandi. We shall begin the study by chanting the Mahalakshmi Dhyanam, meditation on Mother Mahalakshmi. Om Akshasrakparasham Gadeshu Kulisham. Om Akshasrakparasham Gadeshu Kulisham Padmam Danuh Kundikam Padmam Danuh Kundikam Dandam Shaktimasim cha Charmajalajam Dandam Shaktimasim cha Charmajalajam Ghantam Surabhajanam Ghantam Surabhajanam Shulam Pasha Sudarshane cha Dadhatim Shulam Pasha Sudarshane cha Dadhatim Hastaif Pravala Prabham Hastaif Pravala Prabham Seve Sairibhamardini Miha Seve Sairibhamardini Miha Mahalakshmim Sarojasthitam Mahalakshmim Sarojasthitam. In the Devi Mahatmyam, Dvitiyodhyayaha, the second chapter, page number 38, we shall now learn to chant the 62nd verse, 63rd, 64th, 65th, and up to 69. So we shall start chanting the 62nd verse. एकभावक्षि चरणाः एकबाह्वक्षि चरणाः केचिद् देव्या द्विधा कृताः केचिद् देव्या द्विधा कृताः छिन्नेऽपि चान्ये शिरसि छिन्नेऽपि चान्ये शिरसि पतिताः पुनरुत्थिताः पतिताः पुनरुत्थिताः कबन्धा युयुधुर्देव्या कबन्धा युयुधुर्देव्या गृहीत परमायुधाः गृहीत परमायुधाः न नृतुश्चापरे तत्र न नृतुश्चापरे तत्र Yuddhe Turya Layashritaha. Yuddhe Turya Layashritaha. Kabandhaschinna Shirasaha. Kabandhaschinna Shirasaha. Khadga Shaktirishtipanayah. Khadga Shaktirishtipanayah. Tishta Tishteti Bhasanto. Tishta Tishteti Bhasanto. Devim Anye Mahasuraha. Devim Anye Mahasuraha. Patitai Rathanagashvair. Patitai Rathanagashvair. Asuraishcha Vasundhara. Asuraishcha Vasundhara. Agamya Sabhavatatra. Agamya Sabhavatatra. Yatra Bhut Samaharanaha. Yatra Bhut Samaharanaha. Now we shall see the simple meaning of all these verses from 62nd verse to 65th verse. We shall see the simple meaning of this. The 62nd verse. Eka bhavakshi charanaha kechid devya dvidakrataha chinne pichanye shirasi patitaha punaruttitaha. So how to divide these the words by words? Kechid devya, some by the Devi. Eka bhavakshi charanaha, were reduced to having only a single hand. Now, all this description is the battlefield, how ferociously the Divine Mother is decimating or destroying the army of Mahishasura, the demon army. We all described about their army. They have elephants, they have horses, they have the other ratha on the chariots. They are having so many varieties of weapons. They are throwing at Mother. And we also described how Mother, just like a play, with a smile, gentle smile on her face, she was going on the battlefield, on that mount, that great Simha, that lion. So she was just like a game or a play. She was killing and destroying all these asuras, strong asuras. So now here the same description is going on. What is that? Eka bahvakshi charanaha. When Mother was fighting and with the weapons, when she is killing these people, the demons, what is happening? Some asura, the demons, were reduced to having only single hand. Some were reduced to 1 feet. And some were damaged with 1 eye. That is called Ekabahvakshi Charanaha. Chanye, Cha Anye, and others, Dvidakrutaha, were split into 2. Then Chinne Pishirasi. Some of the demons, they were so angrily, with so much of dvesha, the anger and jealousy and hatred, they were fighting against the Divine Mother with so much of anger. Even when the heads of them were severed, what happened? Chinne Pishirasi, the heads were rolling down. But Patita punaruttitaha. That body without the head, because still the momentum is there. The head has rolled down, the body has got up again without the head, and it is springing up and going to fight with the mother. The Devi caused some to be reduced to having only one hand, one foot, or one eye. Some were split in half, yet others whose heads were chopped fell, but stood up again. When we see all these things, what is that to us? And especially I told you, this is pure empowerment of the woman. They need not be afraid, they are weak, they don't have strength. You can see, the demons are so strong. They have so many weapons, they are well trained, they have such a big, huge army. Just one Divine Mother on that Durga, on that lion, she is facing all that thing. So likewise, all the different, due to Rajas, all the different varieties of problems, challenges come to us in life. Should not be afraid. No anxiety, no depression. Calmly, just like the Divine Mother, we have to face all the challenges. That is what we can learn by all these things. The Divine Mother is just like our inspiration. Everybody, not only women, especially for women, they are so strong. You do not know what the strength you have. So not only it should be physical, but varieties, psychological, then intellectual, spiritual, all the powers you have. Only you have to manifest that. When we read this, when we chant this, when we meditate on the Divine Mothers, all this Leela, the game, this war with the Divine Mother and the demons, then we get that Rajas towards Sattva. All the Rajas which can go towards Tamas or demoniacal way will now, by the grace of Divine Mother, will start moving towards Sattva, which will help us to evolve. The Devi caused some to be reduced to having only one hand and one foot and one eye. Some were split in half, yet others whose heads were chopped fell but stood up again. Then we will go to the next verse, that is 63rd verse. What is it telling? Kabandha yuyudhur devya grihita paramayudaha nandrutus chapare tatra yuddhe turya layashritaha. So what is the meaning of that? How should we break that words and get the meaning? Grihita paramayudaha, equipped with supreme weapons. Kabandaha, beheaded asuras. Now the asuras, by the Divine Mother and her armies, their heads rolled down. She has chopped, severed their heads. But yet, we saw in the last verse, they sprang up without the head, because that momentum is there. Anger. See, that rajas and anger and hatred even makes the headless body stand up and carrying that weapons in both the hands. Just the body is running to fight with mother. So it is very funny scene how they are getting up and running. The body, just headless body, is running towards beheaded asuras equipped with supreme weapons. Yudhur Devya fought with Divine Mother. Tatra yuddhe cha apare, in that battle, some others, that is the demons, Turiya layashritaha, who had gone beyond, Nandrutuhu, pranced. Now, when the battle was going on, we told that earlier, the battle drums, the kettle drums and other bugles and other musical instrument will be played just to rouse our rajas. So now you might have seen some people who have this nature, demoniacal nature. When the drum is played, they cannot keep quiet. We have seen some of the people, they will be dancing. So here, even after the head is cut, and these demons hearing the drums, just the headless body, it is dancing. That is also very, see, it is all such beautiful description here. The decapitated bodies fought the Devi without head. armed with finest of weapons. Other demons who had become beyond themselves, because now they have been hurt and bloodied and everything is bludgeoned, everything is, they are decimated. In spite of that body, they are dancing in frenzy. Nandrutu pranced. So that is the meaning of the 63rd verse. So it is description of the battlefield. It's very funny also. You can imagine, it will be very good when you are chanting for meditation of the Divine Mother, how she is battling these demons. Now we'll go to the 64th, 64th verse. What is 64th verse telling? Kabandaha Chinna Shirasaha Khadga Shakti Rishti Panayaha Tishta Tishteti Basanto Devim Anye Mahasuraha. So, how can we, all that complex words, we can divide it and get the meaning out of it? Anye Mahasuraha, other great demons, because they were all brave, they were well trained in the weaponaries and also the fighting, martial arts, everything. So they are called Mahasura, great demons, commanders and other people there, the demons. Anye Mahasuraha, other Mahasura, Kabanda Chinna Shirasaha, Kabandas Chinna Shirasaha, corporeal bodies with severed heads. Same thing, without head. The bodies, what? Khadga Shakti Rishti Panayaha, holding spears and sword. Now, another funny situation. The Asuras, they sprang up, head is cut, head has fallen down. Some are dancing, some bodies without head is dancing due to the drums heard. So because the heads have heard through the ears, the message from the brain has got to the body for dancing. But by that time the head is cut. So body is still dancing. Now some other demons whose head has been cut, now the head has fallen down, but the body is running towards this thing. What about the head? It is still angry, it has still some life. So it is shouting, the head below which has fallen is shouting, Tishta Tishteti. What is meant by Tishta Tishta? Commanding that Divine Mother, stop, wait, I am coming here to fight with you, stop. They are shouting at Divine Mother. The head has fallen down, that head is shouting. So, Anye Mahasuraha, corporeal bodies with severed heads, then holding spears and sword, Tishta Tishteti Bashanto, uttering, halt, stop, Devim, to the Devi, headless Mahasuras, holding spears and swords, because you should not get confused. There is no head, then where will it shout from? The head which has fallen down is shouting still because some momentum is there. Swords in both arms shouted, cease, stop, to the Devi. Then we will go to see the meaning of 65th verse. So the 65th verse is Patitai Rata Nagashwair Asuraischa Vasundhara Agamya Sabhavat Tatra Yatra Bhut Sa Maharanaha. So what is the meaning? Now Patitai Vasundhara, the earth. Vasundhara means earth, another name for Vasundhara, that is earth, the ground. Agamya Sabhavat Tatra. Now it became very difficult to move on the earth. Why? What has happened? Why can't you move on the earth? There, on the earth or the ground, Yatra Bhutsa Maharanaha, where the great battle was fought, Patitair, Rata Naga Ashvair. So due to the fallen chariots, due to the blow of the weapons, of the arrows and of the mace, thousands hands, mother is now just fighting in such a way that due to the blow of the mothers, all the chariots are falling down and the elephants fallen down. The horses of these demons have fallen down. The Asura's body is down. So now it is now impossible for anybody to move on the earth. Why? You have to cross the body, you have to climb the body of the elephants, the horses, and the demons. That is the description of the battlefield. The ground where the battlefields were fought became impassable. Impassable means you cannot pass through that. You cannot go through that due to fallen chariots, elephants, horses, and asuras. Oh, what was the number? We have seen earlier. Millions and millions. There were troops, battalions. So many chariots, so many elephants, so many horses. Not ordinary, millions. And asuras, demons in that number. All were trounced, and you can now imagine everywhere bodies, everywhere chariots fallen down. How will you walk? How will you go through? I remember I had been to Andhra Pradesh in 1991 and 1992 there was a floods from the sea, ocean, that is the Bay of Bengal. There was floods, so cyclone, the ocean and the wind at great speed, something like 170 kilometers per hour. The wind and the water entered into that villages of Andhra Pradesh, Bapatla, Repalli and other places. So many people died, the houses and other things were razed to ground. So now we can see that is looking like this battlefield, because we were brahmacharis then. I was a brahmacharin. I had not even gone to the training center. So it was 1991. So the brahmacharis were asked to go and participate in the relief work. So people have died and people have lost all the cattle, and now they have lost their houses, no food. So they may die out of the animals dying there, and also other problems, no food and rain and water, cold. So we went in trucks, loads of food materials, then vessels, then blankets, then ladles, spoon, everything we loaded in lorries and lorries. The brahmacharis, the volunteers, everybody went there. And we would go to every village nearby where there was damaged. We came to know, we studied, we did all the survey and went there quickly. Within 2-3 days we reached there and started going to different villages and distributing food. We would first go to every house, see how many people are there. Because the government, when they knew that the cyclone is coming, they took to safer places like shelter, so they could save their life. But all their houses and everything is decimated. It just like this description, because the moment I see this description, I can remember that how that wind, just like that cyclone, that 172 kilometers per hour, that water, the sea water had come inside, all their paddy field, everything is with salt water. They cannot grow any crop for 2 years or so. They have to remove the salt. So we are gone. Now in that condition, we have to cook ourselves. Where to live? Some old shelters, temples, or some schools. The old schools, broken things, we have to stay there. Where the toilet, open ground. Early morning, we have to go near the well, take the water from the well, take bath 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock before people come. So all that, then cook and give the people, distribute the vegetables, distribute the groceries, then give them vessels, all. We have to survey, go there in the village in the heat and water. So at last, when where the river goes and meets the sea, there the damage was too much. So now 10 kilometers, what did they do? The animals, cattle, they could save some people, some had died, but what about the cattle, cows, and all, sheep, and so much of cattle, all the cattle they had, they couldn't save them, they had died, they had fallen down everywhere in the village. Now they are decomposing. If they decompose, and then that will give out bacteria and viruses and diseases outside. If the people there go near that, they are living, they will get the disease and they will also die. What did the government do? The only place where there was no water was the narrow road. That too, it is not metalled road, tar road. It was all mud road. It was at a little height. So they piled up all the bodies, cow, buffalo, sheep, hen, that, all the bodies, whatever dead body lying here and there, they piled up at that higher place road, long, how much? 10 kilometers. That village, that all bodies. And what did they do? They got the paddy hay. That paddy, after growing the paddy, rice and other things, that hay will be there, the grass portion. That they, which was there in big bundle, they all bought that, laid on this body and set fire, putting kerosene or whatever petrol. So the whole 10 kilometers, the bodies, because so that the bacteria and other things should not decompose and spread and cause disease. So now after 2 or 3 days, still that fire, that heat, the body is simmering. If we have to go to that last village, it is 10 kilometers away. We tried with the trucks and vehicles, it got stuck up, the tire got stuck up in that. Just like, see, it is described here. The battlefield is replete with chariots, elephants, bodies, and the horses and the Asura's body. Likewise, we had to now, we cannot go by trucks. So we took sticks, long sticks, and we are piercing where the leg doesn't go inside the bodies on the cows and other things. So we walked for 10 kilometers up to the last village where some people were still surviving, to carry some of the food and ask them to come back so that you can get some food and go there back. So to walk on that bodies, burning bodies. So we had to do all that work when we had to go to the relief work. That was the primary relief. Very difficult. Even now, wherever there is earthquake, wherever there is in India, if there is any cyclone or floods, Ramakrishna Ashrama, the brahmacharis, the sadhus, we will go and work there. And without caring for health or food or something, we used to work there in the hot sun, everything. So I just explained, because seeing this situation, I remembered that. So bodies, everything, elephants, everything fallen, very difficult even to go on that. That is what in an here, then in an instant, the streams of blood issuing from elephants, asuras and horses flowed like a river from the center of the Asura army. So that blood oozing out of the body of these cut, head cut and hand cut, leg cut Asuras, demons, and the elephants and the horses, everything is flowing like rivers. The blood is flowing. So you can imagine how Mother, Divine Mother is fighting with these demons. So now we have chanted or come to know the 65th verse. The ground where the great battle were fought became impassable, very difficult to go through due to fallen chariots, elephants, horses and asuras. We'll go to the 66th verse. What is 66th verse? I think we have to now learn the chanting of the 66th to 69th verse. In the 39th page, 66 to 69 verses, we shall learn to chant. Shonitaugha mahanadhyah, Shonitaugha mahanadhyah, Sadyastatra Vishusruvuhu, Sadyastatra Vishusruvuhu, Madhye Chasura Sainyasya, Madhye Chasura Sainyasya, Varanasura Vajinam, Varanasura Vajinam. We'll go to the 67th verse. Kshanena tan mahasainyam, Kshanena tan mahasainyam, Asuranam tathambika, Asuranam tathambika, Ninye kshayam yatha vanhi, Ninye kshayam yata vanhi, Trinadaru Mahachayam, Trinadaru Mahachayam. While pronouncing the word, there VAH has been given. Then why did I pronounce it as one he? First N and H afterwards. That is the Sanskrit grammar rule. At where the ha comes after this na, just like Brahma, we write it as Brahma. We don't pronounce it as Brahma, but we have to pronounce it as Brahma. Likewise, here it will be written as Vahni, but pronouncing we have to do it as Vanhi. So there I did it as Vanhis. So I will tell that again after telling you about that pronunciation. Ninye kshayam yatha vanhis, ninye kshayam yatha vanhis, trinadaru mahachayam, trinadaru mahachayam, sacha simho mahanadam, sacha simho mahanadam, utsrujan dhutakesharaha, utsrujan dhutakesaraha, sharirebhyo mararinam, sharirebhyo mararinam, asuniva vichinvati, asuniva vichinvati, devya Ganesha taistatra, devya Ganesha taistatra, kritam yuddham tata suraihi, kritam yuddham tata suraihi, yataisham tushtu burdevah, yataisham tushtu burdevah, Pushpa vrishti mucho divi, Pushpa vrishti mucho divi. Om iti shri, Om iti shri, Markandeya Purane, Markandeya Purane, Savarnike Manvantare, Savarnike Manvantare, Devi Mahatmye, Devi Mahatmye, Mahishasura Sainyavadho, Mahishasura Sainyavadho, Nama, Nama, Dvitiyodhyayaha, Dvitiyodhyayaha. Now, the Dvitiyodhyaya, the second chapter, that is finished. That is what it is showing. I'll come to that meaning. Before that, we will go to study the 66th verse, the simple meaning of 66th verse. Shonitaugha mahanadyaha sadyastatra vishusruvuhu madhye chasura sainyasya varanasura vajinam. So what is the simple meaning and how to split the words, which are the complex words in this 66th verse? Shonitaugha, torrents of blood. Varanasura vajinam, from elephants, asuras, that is the demons and the horses. Mahanadya, visushrubuhu cha, gushed like huge rivers. Sadyastatra, at that moment, madhye chasura sainyasya, in the midst of the asura army, the demon army, in an instant, streams of blood issuing from the elephants, the demons and horses flowed like rivers from the center of the army of the demons. That is the meaning of the 66th verse. Now we are going to 67th verse. What is 67th verse telling? Kshanena tan mahasainyam asuranam tathambika ninye kshayam yatha vanhis trinadaru mahachayam. Now the meaning of that is kshanena, What is kshana? Minute or second. So here what is to be taken? In an instant, immediately. So Ambika. Ambika means, that word in Sanskrit, Amba means mother. Ambika is the divine mother. In an instant, Ambika, divine mother, Nitye Kshayam, enabled the annihilation. See, alone, the divine mother, millions and battalions of the whole army of the Mahishasura, she annihilated it in just few seconds, in an instant. Infinite power of mother. That is the power of the divine mother. And all of you have that infinite strength. Only you have to manifest it. That's why you should have that confidence. You have that divine mother in all of you. Then in an instant, Ambika enabled Nitye Kshayam, enabled the annihilation of the demons. Tan Maha Sainyam Asuranam, of the famous, enormous, the demon army, she annihilated within an instant. Yatha Vanhi Tatha, just as the fire. Suppose you see there is heap of dry grass, dry wood. Suppose you put some fire into it. How will the fire destroy that? Grass, nicely dried grass in the winter, if that catches a little fire, how fast it will spread and destroy it. Likewise, the Divine Mother destroyed the whole big army of the demons. Yatha Vanhi Tatha, just as the fire, Vanhi means fire. Trinadaru Mahachayam, Trina means grass, dried grass. A great pile of straw and wood. How the fire can destroy. Likewise, Divine Mother, like the fire, destroyed in an instant that big army of the Asuras. In an instant, the Devi, the Ambika, destroyed the enormous Asura army as fast as the fire that burns the extinction, burns to extinction a pile of straw and wood. So they are describing the strength and valor of the Divine Mother, how she destroyed the whole army within an instant. So now we shall go to study the next verse, that is the 68th verse. So what is the 68th verse? Sacha Simho. Now it is the turn of the Simha, the lion, the mount of the Divine Mother. What is it doing? The mother has already finished the army. So what is now the Simha or its mount to do? So, Sacha Simho Mahanadam Utsrujan Dhutakesharaha Sharirebhyo Mararinam Asuniva Vichinvati. What is the meaning of that? The 68th verse. Let us break that, split that words. Mahanadam Utsrujan, emitting a loud roar. The lion, the mount of the Divine Mother, emitting a loud roar. Dhritakesharaha. Now, you can just see, if you have a dog in your house, put some water on its neck or face. What will it do? It will just shake its head, turn upside down or sidewards, waggling of the head. Now imagine that waggling of the head of the lion, that it has long manes, that around the head and the neck you have that long mane of the lion. So it is shaking, waggling its head like this and up and down and moving amongst that fallen army, carrying the Divine Mother, emitting a loud roar, Dhritakesharaha, with a waggling mane. Sacha Simho, the lion, the mount of the Divine Mother, Simha Vahini. And what is it doing? Vichinvati Iva, appeared as if to search. You just imagine, what does the dog do? It goes on sniffing. Likewise, this lion, in a better way, it is sniffing here and there. What for? Are there any demons or asuras alive, hiding below the body? So if anybody is trying to hide from the Divine Mother, because now they are afraid of the great valor of the Divine Mother, how she is fighting. So they want to save their life. What will they do? They will hide under the dead body of the elephant or something. So, what is this lion doing? Going about there in the battlefield. It is searching if there is any demon hiding. So then that will finish it off, if anybody. But it is not getting any chance at all because the Divine Mother has finished everybody. So it appeared to search for Asun, the life force, as if it was the demons or anybody is alive there. Sharirebhyoho Marana, from the bodies of the enemies of the Amara. Amara means Deva. So the Vairi of the enemies of the Devas means the Asuras, the demons, emitting a thunderous roar. The lion with its swaying mane rambled amidst the listless demon bodies, searching for signs of life. It couldn't get any body there because the Divine Mother had finished everybody. So though the Divine Mother, the mount of the Divine Mother is great, but I remember one humor. What is that humor? There was a fighting between two armies. In olden days, with sword and shield, they had to fight. So one of the army won the battle. So when they came back, the soldiers who had come were asked to speak to the youngsters, the youths, so that they will get inspiration, how they laid their life at stake and they fought, and how did, if they tell about their valor, how did they fight, then the other youths may get inspiration also to protect their country and join the armed forces. Now, this fellow who had saved himself in the battle somehow, he was not very great soldier. He was just a ordinary soldier or not a very great valorous person. But somehow you have saved his life and he has come. Now they were asked to speak. Then he is telling them, I started going in the battlefield. I started cutting the legs of the soldier, hands of the soldier, fingers of the soldiers, the toes of the soldiers. Like that he is mentioning again and again. I cut the hands and toes in those olden days like sword and shield. Then somebody amongst the youth asked, why? You cut only hands, fingers and toes. Didn't you cut any head of the soldiers, other enemy soldiers? No, somebody had already cut the head. So there was only dead body. I was doing that. Like that, the lion is moving about here and there to find if any body is there, which somebody is hiding, but already the Divine Mother had finished. When we were youths in our high school and colleges, we had this thing called NCC, that is called National Cadet Corps. So we had to have military training. Everybody, the youth especially, men and women, even now it is there, even women are also giving that training, so that if there is an emergency or a war, they can use them. If in those youths for the army, they can take them and train a little because already the training has been given. So that was called National Cadet Corps. High school boys and high school girls and also college boys, they were given the training for the army in future, if there is any war. At the time, they would give the gun, and the gun in the forward, there will be bayonet, knife. So they would teach them how to go, how to fire, what is the way to fire, everything they would teach. At that time, what is the use of this knife or the bayonet in front of this thing? So the army personnel used to teach while you are going in the battlefield, when you are firing and killing the enemy soldiers, then just like I just described, that somebody may be hiding below, under the dead body as if he is dead, and afterwards you move forward, he may kill you or fire at you. So even if the dead bodies are fallen down, after firing, they would teach in the army how to fight in the battlefield. So with that bayonet, you should pierce the body and go. If somebody is alive, he should be killed. So like that, the lion is going forward and seeing if there is any other asuras or the demons alive. So now we will go to see the emitting the thunderous roar, the lion with its swaying mane rambled amidst the listless asura body, demon body, searching for the sign of life. So we'll go to see the 69th verse, the last verse, almost last verse of the second chapter. Devya Ganaishcha Taistatra Kritam Yuddham Tata Suraihi Etaisham Tushtuvur Devaha Pushpa Vrishti Mucho Devi. So, what is the way to split these complex Sanskrit words? So, the 69th verse, Tatra cha, and there, Devya Ganaihi. See, until now, Divine Mother was fighting alone. Ambika, Durga, it was Mahalakshmi is fighting alone. And she created with her sighs, the breathing, she created thousands and thousands of another, like Durga, army of the Divine Mothers. They are also fighting now. Just with one sigh, thousands and millions of Divine Mothers are coming to help and fight with the Divine Mother. So now, everything, all the demon army is decimated, have been killed. Now, the Devatas are coming. All this small letter God, Indra, Chandra, Vayu, Varuna, Brahma, they were all afraid of these asuras, they were defeated now. So all the Devatas, Indra, Varuna, Vayu, Kubera, they are now, after Mother had destroyed, they are coming in the sky, they are Pushpa Vrishti, they are showing Jaya Jaya, victory, victory to the Divine Mother. They are throwing flowers on the Divine Mother. That is the explanation. In the battlefield, what is it happening? Tatra, and these, the Devi's regiment, that is the army of the Devyaha Ganaihi Tai, the Devi's regiment, and Kritam Yuddham Tata, conducted the war in such a manner, Asuraihi Tataisham, with the demons, such that then Tushtuvur Devaha. Now all these gods, now who had requested Mother to go and kill these demons, the bad demons, so they were all happy, they were gratified. Pushpa Vrishti Mucho Devi. So flowers, showered flowers towards the earth, where the Divine Mother and her army had killed all these, the army of Mahishasura. They started sprinkling that flowers and petal on the Divine Mother when they were pleased. Until now, nobody came to help. They don't dare to come. Mother had to fight alone. I told in the last class, even in our life, don't depend upon anybody. Depend only on God, Divine Mother. Only the Divine Mother can help, or God can help you. The others, they will promise, like this Devata, small letter gods. Only after they win, they will come running. Victory, victory, they will start praising you. Until then, nobody will come. That's why in our life too, all the people, they will praise you, they will do. But when it comes to the real challenge, when you are in when you are in happiness, and when you are in good condition with lot of money and everything, everybody will come and start praising you to get so many things from you. But when you are in difficulty, when you are in disease, all will desert you. So then again, when you get back to normalcy and gain some wealth and other things, then again they will start coming. Oh, I was the one who helped you. I came to your help. Nobody will have come. Like that you can see even the small letter gods, all were waiting. And after the Divine Mother decimated them, they are coming and throwing flowers and gratifying her. So I remember once a funny incident. What is that? Two, gundas or rowdy elements were fighting. Both are very strong. They are fighting each other. Now, this fellow, another person, very weak person, he is close to both of them. Now, if we support this Gunda A, then that fellow Gunda B may get angry. If he supports this Gunda B, the Gunda A may get angry. So what to do now? I'm in that fellow, that weak fellow or cunning fellow is in a quandary, confusion. Whom to support? Now, he was cunning like a jackal. So he hit upon a plan. When they are fighting with great this thing, now we tell, Mama ki jai ho, Mama ki jai ho. You know, in Hindi, Mama means. So just like elder brother or this thing, uncle. So he's telling, uncle, victory to uncle, victory to uncle. Why? Now both of them will fight. Now if you take some person's name and if you shout and that fellow lose, the other fellow will get angry and come and beat you. And if you support the other guy, this fellow wins, you do not know who will win now. So he can't take anybody's side. So he is making a common statement, Mama ki jai ho, Mama ki jai ho. Victory to the uncle, victory to the uncle. So he knows only one person will win. So after that, yeah, I was telling only to you, victory to you. Then he will get his side. Whoever won, he will go to that side. Likewise here, Devatas are not sure who will win. Whether Mahishasura, demons will win because they had so much of battalion and other things, horses, or one single Divine Mother. Will she win? That too, she is a woman. Can she win? So they are not sure who will win. Suppose if they take the side of the Divine Mother, then Divine Mother, if she, doesn't win, then they will be in problem. So you can't come and support. Only after Mother defeated that army, then they are telling victory to Mother, victory to Mother. They are putting the flowers on the Mother. So I remembered this funny incident, Mama ki jai ho, Mama ki jai ho, whatever that be. In the battlefield, the army of the Devis and the Divine Mother fought the demons' army so proficiently that the Devas, the small letter gods like Indra, Chandra, Vayu, Varuna, then Kubera, all of them, Gandharvas, Yaksha, Kinnara, all of them were gratified, and they showered flower on the earth, on the Divine Mother and her army. So thus concludes the second chapter, Dvityodhyaya. That was the one which we chanted in the last. Om iti Shri Markandeya Purane, Savranike Manvantare, Devi Mahatmye, Mahishasura Sainya Vadho, Nama Dvityodhyaya. So this thus concludes the second chapter from Shri Markandeya Purana. So that Purana, or that scripture, which is composed by Markandeya. I told Markandeya is a rishi. He was a great rishi. I have told the story earlier also long time. For your memory, I can tell who was that Markandeya. So he was a great, as a small boy, he had only 16 years of age. He had to die according to his astrologically opened the books. So when he was born, his parents, the rishis, Mrukandu opened the book, that is this almanac. Then they found he will live only up to 16 years. So then that boy, while he was growing as a small child, always parents were very unhappy because he will die at the age of 16. So, but they were great devotees of Lord Shiva. This boy also was a great devotee of Lord Shiva, Markandeya. And he also came to know that he will die only at the age of 16. So he didn't waste his time. We all waste our life. Why? We don't want to realize God and show our devotion to the Lord. We will wait, let me become old, let me become 90 years. After that I will pray to God. I will do the meditation after we become very, this thing, all my tooth have fallen down, I put the denture, I can't see anything outside, I cannot taste good things in the hotel. At that time I will sit down and start thinking of God. So I'll be waiting. That boy didn't wait. He wanted to realize Lord Shiva. He did intense devotion, prayer. And he used to be worshipping Lord Shiva. Every day the Shivalinga used to worship. Now the father and mother were so unhappy, but he promised them, don't worry mother, my devotion will protect me. So the 16th year approached. Yama, the Yamaraj's messengers came to take him away. But he had attained so much of spiritual power, yogic power, because of that puja, devotion, that they just like electric shock, that Yama messengers, they couldn't come near that boy. They had to go away. Then Yama himself came, Yamaraj himself came. Then he told that boy, stop worshipping Shiva. I can't come in if you do that. Come out. I want to take you. Your time has come. I can't, because he's very strict in his work. He will never compromise. You can't give some, bribe and tell Yama to go away. No, he will do his job very nice way. Whatever, when the moment your time is over, he will just take you. No mercy at all. Yamaraj will not have any mercy. So now he told, come, no, enough of puja, come out. The boy told, seeing that fierce form of Yamaraj, the god of death, he became afraid and he embraced Lord Shivalinga and he started praying intensely. Now Yama got angry, you're not coming. He had that noose, the pasha. He had that special lasso like that. He threw upon that boy to take away the life. But he is embracing Lord Shivalinga. So that noose went and covered not only the small boy, Markandeya, who was just 16 years, old, but also it surrounded the Shivalinga. And he pulled that there in Kailasa Parvata. Shiva is also being pulled because of that instant devotion. Then Shiva woke up from his meditation. He got angry that Yamaraj is troubling his devotee. He came down. He killed the death itself. Death to the death itself. And protected that boy. And that boy got the vision of Lord Shiva. Then Shiva was so pleased with that boy's devotion, Markandeya. Then what was the boon? He told, don't worry my child, you will never die. Death cannot come. You will live forever. He's one of the Chiranjeevis like Vibhishana, Hanuman. Like that, Markandeya is also from then. And another boon was, he will never become old. He will be the same 16-year-old boy always. No death, no disease. He will go on living, Chiranjeevi, 16-year-old. That is Markandeya. He is writing this Purana. This scripture is written by, that's why, see it is written, Markandeya Purane. The scripture is written by Markandeya Rishi. How great. So it's not an ordinary person writing this scripture of the Divine Mother. So when we know that, our faith will increase. Our devotion will increase. Markandeya Purane. And I make, on the Shivaratri day, I make you sing that song. What is that? Chandra Shekara, Chandra Shekara, Chandra Shekara Pahimam. Then when the Lord protected him like that, then Shiva was pleased and he was sitting there or standing in front of him. This boy started singing, Chandra Shekara, Chandra Shekara, Chandra Shekara Pahimam, protect me. Chandra Shekaram Ashraye. What is it written in that song? He composed that song immediately, Markandeya Muni. What did he compose, that boy? He composed, if I take shelter at the feet of Lord Shiva, Chandra Shekaram Ashraye, Mama King Karishyasi Vayama. What can even the God of death do to me? The God of death also can't, because the God of death was also killed. Then the wife of God of death, Yamaraj, had to come pleading, oh Lord, he was doing only your duty. Why did you kill him? Now the world will suffer. He was also a deity. Please give back the life of my husband. When she pleaded, okay, I will give back his life. Only tell him, don't touch my devotees. You can only go and trouble the people who are not devotees of the Lord, who are worldly, who are just interested in enjoyment and worldly people, only them he should touch. You tell his husband. But my devotees should not be touched. They should never trouble. Then Shiva gave back to the life to death itself. He gave back, he had killed. So that is Markandeya. So what can even Yama do to me if I take shelter at the feet of Chandrasekhara, Lord Shiva? So that is Markandeya Purane. He has written this scripture. That's why Markandeya Purane, Savarnike Manvantare. So Shri Markandeya Purana titled, The Slaying. What is the chapter name? The Slaying of the Army of Mahishasura. From the book name is Devi Mahatmyam, with reference to the period of Savarani Manu. So that Savarani Manu and other things I have explained many times, 2 or 3 times earlier. Again, I will just give a small knowledge about that. What is that Savaranike Manvantare? Manvantara is the time period of one Manu. There will be 14 Manus. So now, Brahma, creator, when he comes after the long dissolution for a long time, millions and millions and billions of years, there will be no creation. Everything will be gone. Pralaya, Mahapralaya. Then Brahma will be created by Lord Vishnu, Narayana, from his Nabhi. Then he starts creating. So, Brahma, one Brahma, his 100 years will be billions and billions of creation will come in between. There will be so many small dissolution. The whole world will go to rest. And again, he will create like that 100 years of Brahma. In that, there will be 14 Manus. They will be ruling that whole thing, his creation, for so many millions and millions of years. So from this first man, Manu, all the creation comes. That's why from Manu, they call Manava your term even in English, man, woman, man, all that human, all that has come from that Manu. So there are different 14 Manus. So this event took place, what is that, this Mahishasura, all these things happening in the Savarni Manvantara. So see how Indians had the knowledge of time. Now the Western scientists and other things, they have found out only for 7,000 years or 10,000 years. Here, millions of millions, the history is there, you see. This is Savarnike Manvantara, Savarni Manvantara. Like that there are 14 Manus, and each Manu will be ruling for so many millions and millions of years. I've given the detail in earlier class, all with the detail I've given that. Another time I will give you the detail of that, because we have to finish quickly this, what do you call, Durga Saptashati. 700 verses are there. I don't know how much we have covered with you. There are still so many things. I think within it may take another 2 years to cover it, all that thing. Let us do it quickly. The chanting, and also after that, see now Navaratri is coming. At that time, we'll be worshipping. The 10th day, Vijayadashmi, is the day on which Mother killed this demon, Mahishasura. That day is Vijayadashmi. Vijaya means victory. Dashami means the 10th day. So that is the speciality of Vijayadashmi, victory for the mother. So now on the 8th day, Ashtami, we will have Havan. That is Chandi Homa, telling this mantra. That is why I'm making you learn that, so that you can chant it properly. And if you know the meaning, and while you're chanting, you'll get so much of that special spiritual power within you when you chant that and do the Havan. So that's why I'm giving simple meaning and also the chanting. So we will quickly learn all that chanting, and you will enjoy when you are doing the Chandi Homa on that day, on the Ashtami. I think I forgot the date. In the Navaratri, the 8th day it will be there. Maybe it is 30th or something, if I am right. That 30th or 29th, I don't know. That we have the Havan. So all of you can come and attend that. And you, whatever you have learnt all these days, now you can chant it and enjoy. So we will finish that as quickly as possible. Now we can hear another portion of the same Devi Mahatmyam, which is sung by Brahma and Devatas to the Divine Mother. Sarva Mangala Mangalye.